there's been such a hard pivot in the Democratic Party towards this joy narrative. I knew that the music would be good. It always is at the DNC. I just didn't expect people to look like they were having so much fun.
Russell, could you have anticipated this level of joy?
I think it was a very, very carefully planned and crafted convention. I think there were parts of it that were organic, just the way people are responding to excitement in the room. Very few people knew that Lil Jon was going to come out during the Georgia roll call. And so there are these elements of surprise that they're putting into it.
Talk to me a little bit about age and youthfulness. This felt like perhaps the first Gen X convention that we've seen.
The Republicans should be very glad that Michelle Obama has not yet entered politics. And she delivered, I think, the highlight speech of the convention thus far, if you were inclined to be sort of ideologically with her. I think there's something fascinating about the pivot that the Democrats have made to this joy message, embracing youthfulness, embracing a sort of younger energy, even while they platformed the same old politicians for much of the convention. I think people are responding to that for sure. They're responding to somebody who's showing up going, hey, we love America. Let's wrap ourselves in the American flag. Go Team USA. Didn't you love the Olympics? High school football's great too. Let's choose something better. And I think people are responding to that.
There was such a dark cloud over the entire party with Biden leading the ticket and people thinking we're going to lose, we're not going to have energy, and then that changing. There's kind of almost a catharsis of the pages turned here.
Their opportunity here was to do a massive vibe check to really set an emotional tone and to change the feeling in the room, that it's an emotional event, not really one in terms of policy making. I still have no idea what the actual platform is, or I have very little sense of how Kamala differs from Biden or whatnot. But I think that they've been very shrewd and inspired in the way that they've done it.
Do you see enough at this convention to fuel the party for the next 70-something days?
I mean, who wants to be anti-joy? I mean, I don't... Anti-hope and anti-joy. I mean, I'm a Christian. I'm, at least in theory, for both of those things. So I think that that's, again, a very, very smart pivot. As Russell said, there's a organic sense of relief that also translates into a joy that people, I mean, Michelle kind of put it into words like, can you feel the hope returning?
Here's why the joy theme is important. Think about the most famous Democratic convention in Chicago in 1968. The nominee that year was running on the politics of joy. How can you talk about the politics of joy when we're in the middle of Vietnam, when we've had Martin Luther King assassinated? It doesn't fit with the mood of the country. What Reagan tried to do in 1984, Morning in America, people actually are ready to feel good about America right now. Barack Obama bet on hope and change. The bet that's being made now is that after 8 years of American carnage, followed by COVID and everything that we went through, there's a sense of wanting to be joyful and to have fun again. So that's a bet that they're making, and we'll see in November whether that's what people want. Even just the way that Donald Trump and J.D. Vance have been responding to the convention is with a sense of everything's awful and we need to be angry about that. This convention is betting that people are tired of that.
And I think the pick of Tim Walz in particular was also a bet on a return to kind of that Reagan meat and potatoes, ain't America great kind of thing. The fundamental bet that Russell was just talking about, that people want to feel good about their country, is usually the right bet to make.